There he is. Hey, hey, good evening in Paris. Good morning, I guess, from the West Coast. Welcome back to another episode of OMORPHO Live. Super excited. This is, as you know, we call them micropods. We do quick 20 minutes with really interesting people. Matthias, I'm super pumped to have you on. You know, you've been a friend of the brand for a very long time, so I'm really excited to have the opportunity to talk to you. So, how's Paris today?
I'm super good, man. I'm actually in Germany, in
Oh
Duisburg,
yeah,
for
yeah.
the European Championship. So I'm in my hotel room, and we have the competition tomorrow. So I just came back from the gym. Still a bit sweaty, but I'm so happy to do this with you, my friend. It's always great to spend some time with you.
Yeah, so likewise. Thank you so much for doing this. You know, you're obviously multiple BMX flatland world champion. I think you have 9 now, right?
Yeah, 9. Yes, I am a BMX freestyle world champion. I ride BMX flatland, which is doing tricks on the ground. So I don't need any ramps or anything. It's just my bike, my brain, and the flat ground. And I also ride street, which is using the obstacle in the street, so handrails and jumping downstairs. And there are also other disciplines like park on ramps, but I mostly focus on street and flat. And I have a production company that I run with my agent, and I have a featured film on Netflix called MILF that you should check out.
It's really good. It's really good.
And many other things. So it's been a great life, man. It's been a good one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I mean, it's so funny. We met obviously 4 years ago at a Red Bull conference where we were both participating, and I started talking about OMORPHO, and you were like, wow, man, that sounds interesting. And I was so impressed with, you're so versatile, because you have to be, obviously there's the style, there's the aesthetics, there's a balance, you have to have strength in everything you do, and you also have a wonderful personality. But give us your thoughts on when we started talking about OMORPHO. I was like, hey, we're working on this thing, and just tell me a little bit about what you thought when you first heard about it, and then heard about the brand.
Maybe starting with how we met, because it was in Athens with Red Bull, and you were doing a presentation in front of the Red Bull communication team, and I was really impressed with the way you expressed yourself and like expressed your idea in such a clear and positive way. And I was like, this guy I need to meet. So I came to talk to you in the party, and you talked to me about OMORPHO, about this idea, and I was like, oh my god, this is genius. And when then COVID kind of hit, and then you were sending me infos during COVID, and you sent me the first prototypes, and I was just so excited because there was nothing like this before. It was like a never seen before product. So
Yeah.
I was just so excited. And when I tried it, I was like, oh my God, because I've tried on my training vests before, but they were all uncomfortable. And I always ended up like pulling my back, or, like having some marks on my body because the vests were not made great. And with OMORPHO, I can even ride my bike with the shirts and the pants, and you can do everything you want. And you can, even if you are not doing sport, you just, I don't know, doing the dishes or whatever you do, you just can wear the product. And it's when you remove the product that I think for me is the genius of this. It's like, it's crazy. You remove the product and you're like, what's going on? I feel so light. And no, I've been using it every day since then on my training, and I'm super stoked I joined the adventure for sure.
That's so cool. And I remember we did the film back in the day, and you said, when you take it off, it's like a free trip to the moon. And I love that, the statement was like, you just feel lighter. So really, really cool. So tell me a bit, obviously you've been in at this elite level for a very long time. How did you get into not only obviously BMX, one thing, but just fitness and wellness in general, and then maybe tell us about, your routines.
Not gonna lie, I came into fitness later. Like when can you hear me, Stefan?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just want to make sure you're good on this side. Yeah.
Am I still on?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
Okay,
hear
great.
me?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have
yeah, I can hear you.
some technical some technical issues, but you know,
I think it's good. I
we'll
think it's
figure
good
it out.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's good now. But so I was telling, I came to wellness and fitness pretty late. I was kind of a jackass growing up. I was playing a lot of soccer until I was 12 years old, and then I discovered BMX. But BMX back then was a way to be counterculture. I was with my friends, and I didn't want to be in a sports system. I was riding like so freely and everything, and was doing a lot of parties. And one of my world championship title, I partied so much the night before. I was like 20, and it worked until I was 25. And when I got to 25, it didn't work anymore. I had an injury, and there was two paths. Two paths I had to choose. One path was the path of partying and ending my career really quickly, and the other path was like, okay, I'm gonna take care of myself and get in the gym, and this is what I did. And since then I got like 5 more world championship title. And I came to fitness because I needed to, because I was always pulling my back out. I was always injured, and I just had to. So I went to the Red Bull Performance Center, and they did some tests, and I was definitely lacking some muscle, and my food was not good, and so I changed a lot of things, and I feel way better being 34 now.
It's just a barista.
Barista, okay, thank you.
Is it working?
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but someone came in, but it wasn't on my side. So
so yeah, I was saying that I'm way more fit now at 34 than how I was when I was 25, and I can still ride many more years because I'm so into my preparation now. And I think it's a virtuous cycle. The more you're fit, the more you want to be fit. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I really love that. It was interesting. I was talking to Seamus Mullen last week. He had a similar story. He was like, you didn't have this immediate, desire to make fitness a huge part of his life. It kind of became more a necessity. But once you get into it, you really don't. You just want to keep going. So I want to ask you about, like, how we talk about this. How do you hack your fitness to get stronger? And we'll come back and talk about our product. But what tricks do you have to improve your fitness, and in general, just kind of personal advice for people?
I think my personal advice would be to be diversified in your training. Don't do only one thing, because that's going to get boring and you're going to get burnt out real quick. And that's what happened with BMX. At some point, I was only riding my bike, and I was like, oh, I need to do something else. So now I'm running, I'm playing a lot of tennis, I'm going to the gym, I'm riding my BMX bike, and I'm doing all these different things. Of course, in the way to be better on my BMX, but I'm doing different things. And I think that's really important for your mental strength, to be able to do different things. So that would be my first advice. And my second advice is, like, even outside of the gym after a session, because you feel so good. And I have the perfect example. I had practice this morning at the European Championship, and now I was so tired after lunch. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna lay down in my bed for the rest of the day. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym and get some energy before this live. And I didn't want to go, but I did. And I feel so good now, because I had like a 45-minute session, and, like, going to the gym makes you feel so good. And I think it's one of the most important point of today is, like, fitness makes you feel good.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's like, it's one of those things is when you want to do it the least is when you need it the most, a workout. Absolutely. It's like, you feel like, oh, I'm so tired. So do you do cold plunges or cold showers and stuff like that too?
Oh yeah, we did a lot of Wim Hof lessons with my girlfriend Constance, and I have a swimming pool in my backyard, and it's not heated, so in the winter it gets really cold, and I just love it. I have a session. I have a backyard training area, and so I train in the winter, and I go cold plunge right after, and it's the best thing ever. Obviously, really help for your recovery. It's great for your skin. It's great for your heart, and definitely doing a lot of cold plunge. And yeah, maybe a good hack would be don't stretch too early after your workout session, because then you're going to break some fibers in your muscle, and it's not great. I would recommend waiting at least an hour before your stretch after you run or after like a training session, because sometimes you're going to hurt yourself more if you stretch too early.
No, that's a really good trick. I didn't know that. I love that. We chatted earlier. You mentioned to me you're using the Oura Ring as a way to sort of track as well. How's that working for you?
Absolutely. I've been using the Oura Ring mostly for to track my sleep, because we have competition and shoots everywhere in the world, so different time zone. So the Oura Ring has definitely helped me keeping track of my sleep, and you know, it detects the slightest change in how you eat at night. Like if you eat too late at night, like after 7 p.m., you're gonna notice on your sleep. So like having the ring makes me want to eat earlier, so I have like at least 3 hours before my last meal and when I go to bed. If I eat too late now, like I can see it takes me so much longer to for my heart rate to go down, and I recover less. So that's been really helping me for that. Sometimes when I don't sleep that well, I get like so scared to look at my score, because I'm like, oh, this is gonna like follow me during the day. But you know, like some nights are better than others. But yeah, there are some other tricks in wellness, and it's been that I've been discovering lately, because I've been injured. I broke my ankle in September, and had a lot of really interesting talk with the nutritionist from the performance center. And for example, the collagen shots are incredible, especially when you get broke off, or when you get older. You know, your bones are not as strong. Collagen helps the bone being stronger, and I think you can either do like bone broth. So like let's say you eat a whole chicken, then you put the bones of the chicken in some hot water with some vegetables. You let it boil for like 48 hours, and then you can just batch cook the bone broth for a week, and this is really good for you. Or if you don't have the time, you can buy some collagen shots, and they are great for you. And I've been using magnesium a lot lately, magnesium and vitamin D for my bone strength. And magnesium also helps with reflexes and the nervous system, and you know, it makes you feel sharp. So
yeah,
so this is good.
Love that. Same here. I take those two. Collagen, magnesium works really well. So hey, on OMORPHO, I mean, you've been there even before we launched, and you've tried all the products. Which one is your favorite product?
Man, I gotta go with the G-Vest, because it's incredible, and I think it's by far the best vest on the market. And every time I'm using the vest at the gym or outside, people come to me and say, "What is this thing?" And because you know, it just looks so good. You look like a transformer with the vest on. You look so good, and I love it because it's the heaviest OMORPHO product. So I feel like the free trip to the moon effect is the most important when I use it. And I also like sometimes when I'm like right before a big competition, I use the whole kit, man. I put like the long sleeve shirt with the G-Vest and the G-tights, and then I'm like plus 10 kilos here, and I'm just let's do this, you know. And
fully loaded. I love it. So hey, I'm gonna shoot some rapid fire questions at you. We do this every time, and it's kind of a fun one. Okay, so are you ready? Just one answer. Okay, croissants or donuts?
I gotta go with croissant, man.
You have to. I mean, how could you not? All right, getting up early or staying up late?
Getting up early lately, because I just had a son who's 6 months, so I'm definitely waking up early.
Congrats, that's amazing. How is he sleeping?
He's sleeping all right. My Oura Ring is not telling the same, but he's sleeping all right.
Okay, all right, here we go. Laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits. I have a sweet tooth, so fruits. I gotta go with fruits.
Okay, French Alps or French Riviera?
French Alps, French Riviera. There's like too many people I don't necessarily like.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Which is your favorite resort in the French Alps?
I gotta go with Les Arcs because
Nice.
they have a really good snow park. And
Cool.
but don't tell my sponsor. I never get loose on a snowboard.
Okay, so French fries or onion rings?
French fries, 100%.
Okay, cardio or weightlifting?
Cardio with some weights on.
You can't take both. All right, you can. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I love those. Love those. Okay, two last ones. Batman or Superman?
Superman for sure. He's flying. It would be amazing.
That's good. Okay, cool. Hey, which is your favorite podcast, other than obviously OMORPHO Live?
My favorite podcast would be it's not really famous, but it's a podcast that my friend does, and it's called Tourist. And it's a podcast. He interviews people that have crazy traveling stories, and those are so entertaining. It's in French, unfortunately, but it's really good. Tourist. I gotta go with Tourist.
I love that. I love that. Well, we're gonna open up for some questions here from people that are tuning in. So the first one here is from Sarah from Vancouver, who was asking, how did you get started with BMX?
Listen, I was playing a lot of soccer, and I'm from a small town 20 minutes outside of Paris, and the soccer club was really tiny, but the coach thought he was training PSG, which is the Paris Saint-Germain club, and he thought he was training a professional club, so he was screaming at us every day at training, and it was never enough for him. So after 7 years, I was so fed up. And when I was 12 years old, I saw BMX on TV for the first time on a talk show. And when I saw this guy, the first thing I thought was like, this guy is free to do anything he wants. He doesn't have a coach. This is what I want to do. So next Christmas, I got a bike and had a group of friends in this town. We all stopped playing soccer and we all bought BMX or skateboard or rollerblade, and we had a little crew. And yeah, our dream was to travel the world on the van, and this is what my life became. I'm traveling the world on the van with my friends. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just, if you haven't checked out Matthias' Instagram, you should. He shares everything when he goes to the most amazing places, shooting great. I mean, some of the films are beautiful, both the ones that you produce yourself, but also obviously with Red Bull, and you have a few other sponsorships as well, right?
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I'm working with really cool brands, and the great thing in my position is to choose the brand you are working with, and this is the top luxury. I'm working with Mini for cars, with Vans for the shoes. I just signed a deal with Gucci actually, which is pretty funny, for bags, and like Beats for AirPods, and I'm pretty lucky. I'm a lucky man.
That's good, man. That's good. So here's another question. So you mentioned, obviously, you and Constance are happy parents to your son. How has fatherhood changed your training?
Absolutely, like none. It's crazy, but we found a way to not change our daily schedule, and I think he's bringing a lot of positivity and love into my life. But as far as my training is concerned, I'm having the same amount of training, which is incredible, and I still spend some time with him. We are obviously getting like precious help from my parents, from Constance's parents, and from the nanny. But he changed my life for the best, and not for a change, which is good.
Yeah, that's so amazing. So we're almost there. We're priding ourselves. Everything we do in OMORPHO is micro, right? Micro load. We do our workouts and the OMORPHO app are micro. They're 10 to 20 minutes. Our podcasts we're trying to keep them to 20 minutes, so they're also micro. But last question here for you as we're coming up on time is, what's next for you? What's going on this summer?
I have the European Championships tomorrow. We have qualifications in the morning, and hopefully finals in the afternoon. I won last year, so you know, I gotta hold on to my title tomorrow, and then the World Championships in Glasgow in August, and that would be my 10th World Championship title. So I'm really like rooting for this. And then I mean, obviously we have the Olympics coming to town in Paris 2024, and I'm working closely with them on the opening ceremony and on covering all the sports there. So that's going to be an incredible opportunity to have the best athletes from all over the world in my hometown.
Amazing. I really hope I can come over there for it. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you so much. I loved having you on. I love your hack, which well, there were a number of them, but one of them that I didn't know was to not stretch too soon, because I'm always like running off and stretching. So wait a little bit before you do that. And then variety in your workouts, right? Not sticking too much to one thing. I think there are a couple of great hacks. So Matthias, thank you so much for coming on. We love having you as an ambassador, and see you soon. And good luck tomorrow. Go and win that thing.
Thank you so much, Stefan. I had a great time. It's always great to talk to you, and hopefully it's in person next time. Have a beautiful day, my friend.
Take care, my friend.
Peace.
Bye.